Hello everybody, Noah Films here, back in the video, and today is going to be a special one because I'm doing a director's commentary on my Avengers The Return Finale stop-motion film. It was a very big project, and I'm excited to tell you about the behind-the-scenes stuff and just my whole process with filming it. The idea of a director's commentary came from All That Jazz, and I'm going to link his channel in the description below because he deserves more subscribers. So, without further ado, let's get into the video. Here we go. This intro is made by JS Animation, or at least this little part of it. And this poster is made by Action Design SMP. Go follow them on Instagram. They make some great posters, and if you want a poster, just DM them. And this is the Forge theme from Infinity War, the theme that was in Thor Arrives in Wakanda. So, yeah. Really proud of that intro. And here we are in Nidavillir. This set, it's just a repaint of a set that was used in the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 finale. And also, I'm pretty sure this is the same set that was used for Asgard in the Avengers The Return Part 3. So, yeah, but at that time it had like construction paper taped onto it, but it wasn't painted. But now it is. Rocket is easily one of my favorite characters to play. I don't know why, but I just really like playing him. I tried to make the Nidavillir stuff in this a little bit different from Infinity War. I know there was a lot of similarities with this and Infinity War, but I really made Nidavillir a lot different, and I didn't want it to just be like in the original script, Thor, Rocket, and Groot just came in, and they built a weapon, and that's it. So I created more tension with having some bad relations between Asgard and Nidavillir, which in part 4 we kind of got into that a little bit with. So basically, the storyline is that Asgard stopped working with Nidavillir. Nidavillir was supplying them with weapons, and they just stopped working with them. So yeah, that's kind of what happened, and now Nidavillir is not really good with Asgard, but yeah. So yeah, this Thanos and Gamora stuff is really similar to the movie. I wish I could have made it a little bit different, but it is what it is. And also, I need more female voice actors. I'll definitely go for one with Betty Ross in my Incredible Hulk The Origin film, which is actually my next one. And JS, he did a fantastic job as playing Thanos. I mean, he did a great job. And this set, it's also a repaint of another one that was used in the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 finale. So, yeah. And I made sure to have more movement while the characters talked. For a long time, I just had a still image of the characters while talking, so I've really made an effort to have that improved and have them move more, and I really think I did well in this film for that. I need to work on my audio quality. It really was not good. I don't know why, but I never saved like the file from email my voice actors and put it into Stop Motion Studio. I didn't do that. I don't know. I just never made an effort to do that, so I'll make sure to have better audio quality in Incredible Hulk. Here we go. Their form of interrogation, just extracting the Gamora's memories, and they find out that Vormir is where the Soul Stone is. And with this line, it really infers that Thanos knows what's going to happen on Vormir, that he needs to sacrifice something he loves to get the Soul Stone, because Vormir is the original place of where the Soul Stone was, but it was taken out of there, and it was with Heimdall in the original Infinity War series. So that's kind of the story with the Soul Stone. And action figure stands. So I didn't have them for the first few days of filming, and these Nidavillir scenes were the first scenes I filmed. They took about a week, and I didn't have the action figure stands for a few days there. But once they came, these scenes were a lot easier to make. And also, there was a joke about Rocket saying, "How dumb can you be?" And that's um, uh, a reference to All That Jazz's review on Spider-Do Productions, Spider-Man Episode 3, where he said, "I just feel like, how dumb can you be?" And that's a little inside joke, I guess, with some people. So, yeah. And Eitri, his name, that's the same name from the giant that's in Nidavillir from Infinity War. So that's kind of a little Easter egg if you didn't know that. And the rabbit joke, also from Infinity War. And there's quite a bit of shadows here. I need to work on that. So, yeah, if you have any tips on how to get rid of shadows, make sure you put them in the comments if you want to. And this is some X-Men Legends 2 music we have in the background. Here we are on the former scene. And this was probably the toughest scene to film because the set. So here's the challenge with the set. All right, the this whole cliff, the back side of it I did not put because I didn't think I needed it because it wasn't going to be in the shot. But that's the reason why it ultimately fell down on the second day of filming the scene from the weight of Thanos and Gamora. And also, uh, with the music, I need to address this. The music was way too low, so these pauses don't make sense, but I wish it was louder. But yeah, back to talking about the set. That's really some of the challenges were. And also the rocks, I taped them on there. I could have hot glued them or something, but yeah, and they really were starting to fall off during the scene. So luckily I filmed the scenes that had the rocks in them before they all fell off. And yeah, but I am really proud of how the set looks, and also the lighting is pretty good. It's a blue filter on the lighting, and it doesn't really make sense when I use it for nighttime, but on this different planet, I think it really does. And yep, there we go. Basically the exact same as Infinity War. But in the scene where Gamora fell, the camera actually fell off the tripod one time because the tripod doesn't really screw the camera on well. So that was pretty scary, to say the least. I like that shot of Thanos like in the on the ground and all the rocks there. I just really got some rocks from out in my backyard and used those for the set. And yeah, back here on Thanos' ship, I made sure to use more props in this episode, but I didn't really make new ones, so I'm gonna make a lot more props for Incredible Hulk and more sets too. Here we are, Avengers HQ where the X-Men and Doctor Strange are. It was hard to get a big cast. I There was a lot of characters that I called for voice auditions, and not as many people auditioned as I wanted to, so I still had to voice a lot of the characters. Luckily, that shouldn't be a problem with Incredible Hulk since it's a bit of a smaller cast, even though it's a really long film. It was hard to give like the big cast all the characters their great moments because I mean there's so many characters. So some characters just had like one or two lines, and also the Time Stone. It kind of warns Doctor Strange that Thanos is coming because like the Time Stone is a connection to all the other stones, and it kind of reacts violently, I guess. And my walking, it has improved a lot. I like to thank All That Jazz for his walking tutorial because before I just kind of did sliding for my walking or some other awkward movements. So it's really improved. It's not perfect, but it's improved. And this shot of the army walking or marching, I am disappointed with it. It was supposed to be some big scene of them slowly marching, but it ended up being that. I wanted to reshoot it, but I just didn't have enough time and the release day was coming. So, yeah. And G&A Productions, he did a really, really good job as Thanos' servant. Um, kind of like an Ebony Maw impression, and he did really good at it. In these fights, it was most of the filming was just the fight scenes, and it was pretty hard. Mainly because there's just so many characters on set. Like, just look at this. And those army figures, the midgets. Yeah, I was really desperate to get some figures for the army because I couldn't really create many kit bashes, and I didn't want to use mashers. And the sticky tack that's on Drax's back here, that is supposed to be his bandage because he got kneed in the back in part 4. So, yeah. And this scene shows Star-Lord's care for Gamora, so I feel that adds a little bit of development. Ooh, the camera was shaking there. I don't know what happened. And also, another another mention of Jazz. He played Iron Man through all 4 episodes. In the first 2 parts, didn't really have too many voice actors, but he has been a constant throughout the series. But then he was the last one to send his lines, so... But it's alright. He did a good job. And an abrupt cut to the fight. I tried to get more camera movement in here, because a lot of my stuff has been still shots. And there we go, the Wilhelm scream. Yeah, that's a cool little Easter egg. Here we go, the Avengers and the Guardians coming in. And I really like this scene. Probably my favorite scene in the entire film. And here we go, part of the Portal's music. Yeah, light flickering, but... Yeah, I'm still really proud of it. And just the big army of heroes. And there we go, music timed perfectly. And I was actually on like the first try of like recording the music and stuff. It was timed perfectly first try, unlike the Thor arriving scene.
You sure that's empty?
My editor, it lagged so much when I was putting these sound effects in. Like later in editing, it just was lagging so much, and that just really had editing take longer, and I had to stay up a lot later than I wanted to.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Looks like Thanos is in trouble.
Some of the action figure stands in this, they were really hard to erase. Now I understand some of your guys' problems with erasing stands, because it is hard, and it's really monotonous work, and I just don't enjoy it. So yeah, I got lazy with it.
Dose. Trace. Keep fighting, guys. They can't stop us when we fight together.
Just really just a big action sequence of them just fighting an army. Maybe it was a little too long, but
They don't need
yeah.
our help.
No, we had to stay here and protect the stone.
Looks like we got some action.
The music here, it's 5 Armies by Kevin MacLeod, and it is fantastic.
Don't be surprised.
I also
if
really
more
like some of the
come.
fighting in the Defenders area, so...
Man,
Yeah.
is there any end to these things? Come on, let's hug it out.
I really like that Spider-Man kick.
Oh,
That
what was
turned out great. Could have erased the stand, though, but whatever. Yeah, definitely my best fighting
Keep
yet.
going,
It
guys.
still
We
needs
can't let
improvement,
Thanos win
but
this.
when you look at some of my work, like, from last year, it is really, really bad. So now, it's a lot better, and I'm gonna continue working on these fight scenes and make them a lot less stiff. Definitely a lot faster now. Sometimes maybe a little too fast. Editing in this really took a lot longer than expected. I thought, I was like, okay,
There's
5
just
days of
so many
editing.
them.
Shouldn't be
What chance
too
do
bad.
we have
Well, it
against
ended up
them?
taking like 2 weeks
Half the
because,
universe is at stake here. We
well,
have to keep going.
racing stands took a lot longer than expected. And really everything else. I had to delay the release date a lot because of editing. It was really, I really hated editing this. But yeah. I like that shot too of Cable and Bucky shooting the aliens back to back.
Jeez, it sounds like you guys are in a big mess. Well, gotta get going on
Well,
this.
that
work
shot
now.
shows how the painting in this set was not the greatest because
This guy
the
seems pretty
this color of
disorganized.
paint it kind of ran out and I didn't have enough of it to paint the entire set well, so that's why it's not painted the greatest.
I hope the heroes are all right.
I do like the props
Found
here.
it.
They are kind of basic, but
Three.
again, I've never had like this many props in my sets before. It's really just been an area without any props, which is a big issue that is starting to get solved.
And what if he isn't?
Then we'll just have to find where the Avengers are. Teleportation
Aqua
is a
Studios'
bypass
store.
to space, so they shouldn't be
He
a
voiced
problem.
him. He's voiced him throughout the whole series. That's Thor's been here because he was dead in at the end of Infinity War series, but he came back in part 3, and yeah. And that Jarvis voice, it's just a voice changer. I think the app is called Voice Changer Plus or something like that. So yeah.
Get off.
Ooh, that was the wrong sound effect when Wolverine stabbed the alien. It was a gun sound effect, not a stab sound effect. There's the missile coming down. I like the hammering here. I think it turned out pretty well. And Rocket loading his gun was cool too. And the music intense, building up, and
Stormbreaker's ready.
yeah.
I think you need to
There we
go.
go. Yeah, like I said before, set is very, very cluttered with
Keep going. We can't
with
let
figures.
Thanos win.
So yeah, very, very hard to film an action sequence when there's
I've got
so
it.
many figures
Sunfire, wait.
on the set.
My slow moves render me invisible to you all.
Yeah, that's cool.
So
Right now, we're getting destroyed by these
this was
things.
filmed at 24 frames per second, which is a little higher than I think some people go at.
These things
But
are willing to sacrifice
you know, I've been
themselves no
filming
matter
at
what.
it for a
We must
while,
not
and
let
I've just
them
gotten
get to that
comfortable with the
zone.
frame rate.
War
Maybe I could
leader.
start changing it up for like some dialogue scenes. I could use
Matt,
a lower frame rate, and then for the action scenes, keep it at 24. Maybe I'll try that in Incredible Hulk. Yeah, so here's where some missing sound effects come in at times because, like I said, the lagging in the editor was really a big issue.
Let's see you beat these guys. There's just too many of them.
Should have had a bigger blast to take out Hulk. I mean, it's Hulk. He shouldn't get taken out with one shot.
We need help.
Captain Marvel got stabbed again. Here we go, Thor arriving. Obviously, inspiration from Infinity War, or kind of copying, I guess, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, this was a big inspiration for creating this entire series. I wanted something epic, kind of like the movies,
Thor?
and
you
that's what
guys
I
are
did,
so
kinda.
screwed now.
Bring me
I feel like I could have made things different, but, you know, it is what it is now. So yeah, that was a big inspiration for creating this entire series. Thor arriving in Wakanda.
Scott,
Yeah.
have your team
I
hold
like
off Thanos' army.
Thanos'
Then join
entrance
the
here
battle so we
with
can
his
all take
theme.
on Thanos.
So you just couldn't live with your failure.
I guess so.
It's kind of like Endgame, but the roles are reversed a little bit. Because, like, Thanos is the one who failed, but now he's back and trying to stop, defeat the Avengers. So, kind of an interesting thing. Haven't seen Thanos like that. 5 armies, again. So, yeah, like I said before, this is filmed at 24 FPS. It took 11,000 photos, which the most before I took was, like, I don't know, 4,000, which was for part 4. So, yeah, and then it took 30 days of filming, and that was with filming like all day for the final days because I was really trying to finish it in 30 days. It could have easily been like 40 if I was filming at like a regular pace I do. Oh, I like that when Bucky was missing those punches.
You cannot win, Thanos.
Thor now with Stormbreaker and Mjolnir.
We beat you once. We can do
And
it
44 Studios, he has voiced for me for a very long time, ever since like 3 years ago. And he's been my Wolverine for as long as
We've
I can
almost got them all
remember.
finished
I mean,
off. Then we can
yeah.
regroup and help the others with Thanos.
we're just finishing off the army.
Need a hand?
Iceman freezing the alien.
Scan that building.
think that turned out pretty decent. I think I gotta work on my effects though. Hopefully I'll get a new editor so I can put some like special effects in because I'm not good at drawing effects at all. Oh, I do really like this shot of Strange raising the building. Turned out well. I didn't know how it was gonna go, but I'm pretty proud of it. And the cutting to black, that was pretty lazy. Could have done it better. Could have had like an exploding effect or something there, but yeah. Ooh, I do like that. Thanos throwing the pieces of rubble at the heroes. It really is pretty fun to make these long projects, though. I mean, they do take a long time, but in the end, you'll be proud of it, and it's just... It really was something different, for once, and not just 4-minute animations like I usually film. So that's something I really like about this. I'm very excited to get to work on the sequel of this, which will be coming out next summer, and it's going to be a series, 3 or 4 parts. And I have the first drafts of the scripts ran out, and I'm really excited for it. It's going to be a lot more original than this. It's going to not be Endgame. So, yeah. And Thanos, he uses more of the stone's powers in this entire series. In Infinity War, it was really just him, or Infinity War, my series, not the movie, but it was him just shooting lasers at them, but now I have him do like some teleporting using the reality stone to like make things disappear and stuff, so it's really a lot different. And Thor and Stormbreaker going into the building was just sticky tack attached to the building. The script, it went through many edits, and at one point in the original draft, I think it was supposed to be only like 7-minute finale, so let's say it's changed a lot and gone a lot longer. And the Eye of Agamotto, I lost it from the original figure, so I had to make my own little thing with sticky tack and stuff. And Thanos, he really isn't messing around anymore in this. He failed in Infinity War, like I said before, and now he wants revenge, and he really did that. And these Defender scenes, they were actually filmed in like a different room. It's in my brother's room who is in college. So, yeah, I got to use that room. It was also where the Vormir scene was filmed. And this music, it's Strive by Ross Budgeon. And Ross Budgeon, he makes some pretty good music. It's non-copyright, and it's actually good. And this is Thanos healing himself with a time stone. I don't think it was really that clear, I guess, but maybe it was to you, I don't know. I like the stuff of Thor fighting against Thanos. Yeah, this is really showing Thor's power and how much better he's gone, because in part 3, I mean, he put up a decent fight against Thanos, but let's face it, Thanos, I mean, he really destroyed him, man. Thanos only had like 1 stone at that point, I'm pretty sure. So now he has 5. Yeah, 5 at this point now.
Sacrifice has saved the universe.
And Thanos actually shot heat vision earlier. Or he's about to shoot heat vision here, my bad.
Get the stone away from him! Give me the stone.
Now, sire, you will become the most powerful being in this universe. With this stone, the universe...
Yeah, there's Gina with his great performance again. And that's just sticky tack for the stone. And I like that shaking effect for him getting all 6 Infinity Stones. Here, Captain Marvel going at Thanos, stopping him from snapping. That's obvious inspiration from Endgame. So, yeah. And here, it's kind of a little twist to have Thanos snap. You would be expecting it to be exactly like the movie, and just having him being like, you should have gone for the head and snap. But I have something a little bit different.
It's been done. The universe
So yeah, him coming in, using the reality stone, and then snapping. So no twist there. There we go. And how I did the snap was just having him with the hand of the gauntlet being open, and then just the alternate hand for the figure of the fist, and I just did a frame of that closing, and that's what the snap was. Oh, there you go, the dusting. Yeah, those sound effects were just from Infinity War. Found them on YouTube and put them into to my editor.
Is this an illusion?
This took a while to edit, though, for sure. Just putting in those drawn effects. And this is at like the tail end of editing, so at this point I'm just like, I really need to finish this thing. So yeah, really took a lot of patience to make this film.
Does anyone know what the heck is happening?
Logan?
There you go, all the X-Men. Yeah, okay, that shot was very, very fast.
No.
But everything else, I think, turned out well. Daredevil losing his other team members, and I really like this shot. Just all the remaining heroes. And Iron Man sits down. There you go. I really like the silence, just setting in that Thanos won. Just this whole... Just a black screen for a bit. Maybe pause it for a little too long, but... There you go. This is end credit music from Infinity War, and... Yeah, so that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching this film. Right now, this film is at 340 views at the time of recording. Let's try and get it to 400 views and have it as the most viewed in the series. Part 4 is like 360, so let's hope we can at least get over Part 4 soon. So yeah, like I stated before in this, my next film will be Incredible Hulk: The Origin, so be on the lookout for that. It will be coming out in March. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.